I was thinking, what would I do if I was a Democratic senator or congressman who was up for reelection in 2 years and facing this Supreme Court nomination? How would I approach this to both be a representative of the people and want to get reelected? Because as we can see, the base is riled up. You got Rachel and Lawrence getting all worked up. They're going crazy on MSNBC. You have some of the commentators on CNN. You have Fox blowing back on the other side. We're going to talk about media a little bit down the road. But when you see that the base of the Democratic Party is really kind of seething a bit, how do you handle this? What I would not do is what 6 senators have done so far, which has said, we're not even going to listen to him because this guy's illegitimate and anybody that President Trump puts up is illegitimate. I don't know what you gain by doing that. I think you look bad. I mean, number one, you look bad to the world because it's like, nah, you did it, I didn't. I mean, I'm going to do to you. It doesn't make sense. You can't keep having 8 Supreme Court justices. And you're going to be facing a nominee who is very much like Justice Sotomayor, who's on the left, but to the right, or Justice Kagan, who's on the left, but to the right. Very well-respected, smart, excellent jurist, and who just kind of leans one way or the other, but it's hard to come after their record, and we'll see what the answers are during the Senate grilling. But at the same time, to just say no, you just look like what people don't like in Congress is the same old, same old. I'm not doing anything. I don't care. And I'm just going to resistance, ramparts to the wall. Okay, those 6 guys, you can't do it that way. What I would do, and I think what the smart people are going to do, is they're going to say, I'm going to listen to this nominee. I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to vet him. I'm going to talk with him. I'm going to ask him questions. I'm going to come after him. And if I'm satisfied, I will vote to have him being appointed to the Supreme Court. I would vote to affirm him. And if I'm not, I won't. And at the same time, what this senator or congressman should do is go back to their area and start talking to their people. A lot of them want to talk. Have some meetings. Explain what you're going to do. Say, look, I have no problem taking them on, but I'm not going to look like some baby who's saying, because they did it, I'm going to do it. It just doesn't look right. It's unseemly. This is the Senate. This is the House. These are our representatives. People don't want to hear it. You may hear the absolute activists saying resistance, resistance, but that's not what most people want. What this election said was it wasn't for Trump. It was against everything. And Congress is so low in the ratings, we've got to stand up. So that's what I would do if I was a Democrat up for re-election in 2 years. Try to be cool, think it through, and if you got to vote against the man, you vote against the man. But then no one can say you didn't do it correctly. And remember one other thing. This Trump revolution has just begun. You're going to start seeing the tremors moving out over the next year or so. To be the first one on the firing line and saying no when you really don't know, KNOW, what these real problems are going to be in 1 to 2 years, when you have to stand up and be able to come up with other alternatives, is a bad mistake because you'll have no credibility at that time. But if you work it now and you're open and you're honest, and if you want to vote against, right on. If you want to vote for them, right on. But that will give you credibility to deal with these problems which are going to occur in a year or two, and you're going to be up for re-election and are going to really have to have that credibility when you need your voters, first in the primaries and then in the general election. Well, that's my advice. Peace.